Xin chào everybody, this is Viet and welcome back to my YouTube channel. First of all, I just want to say thank you for the support in the first episode. It was really surprising to see so many views and so many likes, so thank you. And it's really motivated me to, continue recording these voiceovers and filming my progress. So this week, as you can see, it's Monday, and the first session on my training is always to do slab. The main reason I choose to do slab on Monday is because, after a rest day, my fingers aren't so warm, and I'm kind of rusty, so I'm just doing these moderates on slab, where there's not much power that's needed. And yeah, this week was all about focusing on my weaknesses. So I've identified 3 weaknesses. Firstly is slab, as you're seeing on screen. Secondly is my grip strength and my finger strength. And then thirdly is my time management and usage in sessions. I feel like I'll be the first person to admit that I'm really bad at slab, because I'm always avoiding slab or like walking past like a V5 slab or V4 slab, because I just don't feel like it'll be a good use of my time. And that just means that I've like progressed so much in slab and my technique really. As for crimping, I feel like I've always neglected crimping because it hurts, to be honest. And the dangerous thing about it is, when I first started climbing, I used to full crimp so much, and that really hurt my fingers. And I felt like it's become like a spiral, where if you get injured in crimping, you're weaker, and you want to avoid it, and since you're avoiding it, you're getting weaker and weaker. So yeah, I think the best way to fix that is to just start climbing crimp again, and working on like finger strength from the hangboard. Anyways, the climb on the screen you're seeing is a V4 slab at Warwick. Saw me trying like a wide foot start, but that didn't really work, so I opted for a heel. And now yeah, I'm just free run at the second part. When I first got to this volume hold, it was much worse than I expected. You can see me here just fiddling around, trying to get my hips back into place. And I knew that the last hold was a joke, but even still, it was quite far and audacious to try that. So here I flip my hand. It allows me to put my heel on better. Then I can just sit on that heel, grab the next hold, bring my feet up, and do this crossover move. Here, I tried putting my right foot up, as you can see, but I feel like that pushed my body, like my hips, too far out. So on this try, I put my left foot up. Another thing to note is that when I'm climbing slab, I'm wearing my cubits rather than my flagships. Mainly because they're newer and they're not as damaged. Because I've had the flagships for like a year and a bit, and the tips have become so worn out. Like you can literally see the actual shoe itself. Like there's literally no rubber on the big toe areas. Anyways, this is a V4 on like a vert/slab. I wouldn't call it like a true slab, but it's still, it's in the same sort of category, I'd say. And yeah, I was just figuring out the beta, and I realized I could go left hand into this undercling, which I don't think it's by design, or maybe it is, but there's no hold, so you're just like underclinging the volume, which basically becomes a joke. Then I get to match the volume. The crimps on the right are really good, so it was easy to work from there. Yeah, I really like the cupids because they're quite sticky, I think, and comfortable as well. I didn't downsize as much, so yeah, I think that helps as well. But then when I'm climbing overhang like here on Thursday, I'm using the flagships. And you may be wondering, why had it skipped from Monday to Thursday. Well, Tuesday I took a rest day because I think I like slightly tweaked or injured my hamstring, even that heel moved too much. And like the wall at work is like quite short, like in the slab area. So I was really bunched up. I was like, it hurt quite a bit. So I just had a rest day. Then this is the new set in the main cave, and I tried it on Wednesday. I literally couldn't pull anything, so I just went home, rested, and then here we are on Thursday. You saw me do that before, and now I'm trying this B5 black. This is like almost the same style as the B5 orange, just like different holds and different moves, but the same sort of idea, I think. Like, it took me like literally like 3 tries minimum just to like figure out where I'm holding the holds, not just like the moves itself. And even like now, like I don't even know if I'm doing the right beta. I saw one of the workers, it literally looked like a cross hand start, and they matched into this like sloper, and then you see dry fire, which I think I'm just holding the wrong part. And for this move, I'm doing like a shouldery move and crossing over. I think I need to match the left hand and then get a higher right foot, because there is like a jib right next to that green hold, and that would allow me to do the move into this like pocket grip much easier. In a couple of tries, I think you'll see me do like a dino beta, because honestly, from this hold to the top, it wasn't that far, and I was thinking maybe I could just like cheat the beta and just, you know, just dino to the top. I don't know why I tried the beta so many times. I feel like I need to, like, one of my weaknesses is like my time management. And I feel like I get so tunnel visioned on certain beta, like even if there's like an ounce of possibility that it will work, I'll just stick onto it and like keep trying until it works basically, rather than branching out or trying something else, which I need to definitely improve on. And in here, I'm just climbing some easy stuff. This is mostly for my dad. Shout out my dad. Um, Whenever he climbs with me or goes climbing with me, I'll always be like projecting like falling off stuff, and I'm like, maybe I should climb something just so my dad can watch me like, be successful on the wall. So yeah, these are ungraded, but in my mind they are really hard. And yeah, hopefully my dad enjoys this part of the video. Okay, and into Friday session. This was my board session because I knew Saturday I'd be going Coventry and I haven't climbed board in a while. So yeah, here I'm just starting off with my hanger. I feel like it's really easy to for me to do these hangs on my board day because the hang boards are right next to the training board. It's quite convenient. Honestly, I'd feel guilty if I skipped it. So yeah, quite convenient. And the topic I wanted to discuss, like midway through the video, was whether I chose next year to climb mainly at work or to climb in the Coventry gym. And I was having this discussion with some of my friends, and some like key points was, first of all, Warwick is much cheaper, and it's so convenient because I'd have a day of classes and then I just go climbing down after, and that'll be quite like convenient for me. Whereas I'd have to take a bus from the university to Coventry, and if I'm not having classes, let's say it's a weekend, I'd have to take two buses, one to the university and one to Cov, which is quite costly. And as a university student, I'm sure that would be the best idea. The main reason why I would be tempted to go to Coventry is that the hold selection is like so much better. And like, I just prefer the route setting there, I think. But Warwick does have this lovely board which I'm fairly addicted to. And as you can see on screen, I'm just trying some like easier climbs to warm up on. I found out that rather than like doing like a whole boulder to the top, it's fair for me to just like do some moves like here, like as the warm up, so that I don't pump out, but like I'm still like letting my fingers warm up. So I think I was climbing with Lucas today on the session, and I was telling him how much I needed to train crimp, and we were looking at the movement, like the climbs like automatically become quite pinchy and like sloper orientated, so it is quite hard to train crimp on the wall, unless if you make like a super hard like crimp line, which I'm not sure if that's really that helpful. So I feel like the best way forward for me would be to like make like a 6-move boulder with like a 2-move crimp line. This is the boulder that Lucas set, which goes into a left hand crimp and into the pocket. I think the bail will just like go up literally, but yeah, it was quite fun. Another thing I like about this board, I feel like the feet are like just like in the perfect place at all times, and like it's like up to you to find the right feet for you. But really, like the proportions of this wall is so perfect, and the holds, wow, the holds. This right hand pinch that I discovered was so nice. It lets me do this toe hook, and then this is a move I've been trying, where I have this left hand like, pinch, and then I float over to that right hand pinch. But yeah, I wasn't really trying to push my limits on Friday because I was expecting to have a really good like long session at Coventry. Here I'm doing like a cross through jug and like a pounce up to the I think slopey pinch. Really nice tension move into the pockets. It wasn't really my goal to like climb like really hard on the board. I was more like having fun, trying these cool moves. Also making sure my skin doesn't like just, like break. Okay, another thing that I was gonna mention. This is the second to last week, so the next video that comes out will be the final week of me in Warwick. So before I continue, this is the start of the week at Coventry. Normally I would skip it because I hate slab, but you know, I have to work for reasons. And also this free sort of V2, I suppose. But it was quite a nice looking boulder, very symmetrical shape and colours. Anyways, next week's video is going to be my last week in Warwick till the next academic year. So rather than, you know, wasting my time on things I know I can't do in a week. I've made a list of things I want to try. So I've given myself 3 boulders. I want to do the black V5 that you saw earlier in the video. I want to try a V5 yellow, which is like near the main cave. It's like it's quite crimpy and like finger dependent, so I think that'd be good. And then thirdly, I want to try a V5 white, which is on the same angle as the board, and it's like a dynamic, pinchy climb. So I think that's a really good range of things. And also at the end of the video, I'll show you that I've chosen 3 board climbs as well. So yeah, next week I just want to try hard and just finish the climbs that I have, rather than like wasting my time thinking, oh, this V5 looks fine, this V6 looks fine. I just need to have a clear goal, so I'm not wasting my time. I have exams coming up, so I need to use my time more wisely. Then yeah, after that video, I'm going to have a shorter video, I think, where I'm just in Warwick. I mean, not in Warwick, sorry, back in London, and I want to train like a strength benchmark video, just so I can start off my summer with like a clear level. That's gonna be like max pulls, like I'm not gonna hang on these certain edges and stuff like that. But yeah, there's so much to do in London. So many more gyms and styles of gyms. And I think over the summer is really where I can focus on my climbing as well as finding a job. But yeah, that was my session. And here is the first board climb. I've called it bluefin tuna because I love my fish. I've given it V6, which is debatable, but I think it's really high risk. So we're starting off like a crimp and a pinch, and the crux of this climb is the pogo off the brown pinch on the jug. You pogo off your right foot, and then yeah, I kind of improvised the top, so it is kind of theory boulder, but I feel like it's quite doable because I do like a crossover with my right hand into the jug, work my feet up into the undercling, then I pounce to the final 2 holds. So yeah, that is one of the 3 boulders. I mean, boulders, whatever. Secondly is this V5 I called summer roll, because yeah, whenever I fall off this climb, I like rolling around. Anyways, this was one of the climbs that you saw in the video. It's gonna be the floaty move. I decided to give myself a pocket and like a sloper in the middle, so I can have more control on that move. And then the top part is subject to change, in my opinion. The feet are okay, but I don't know. It's gonna be left hand into that pocket, then like a sideways kind of move into the pinch, and then like you instantly like clutch onto the final hold. I've given that V5 for no reason at all. I think it's fair, V5. And then the final climb, which you may have seen before, hash brown. This has been on my radar for like months, and I feel like I just need to do it, you know. Like, it's been a long time projecting this pinch line, and I think I'm strong enough to do it. And I just realized the second to last hold that I go to is actually different to the one I was aiming at on the video. So yeah, maybe that'll change everything, but who knows? Maybe yeah, just to try hard and work my weaknesses. And yeah, that is the end of the video. Thank you.